Hey folks, welcome back. It's episode 82 of this Let's Play series of Shadow Empire. We're on round 135. Let's get straight into this one. Have a look at what's happened in the history. So this is Robosphere Republic retreating. They're getting squashed. They're about done, I think. This is Tarador. Maneuvering around. And here we have Montefel. Vertillo. Gigare Pax. Not a huge amount happening here. They're just maneuvering around. They're actually moving into Robosphere Republic as well. And then here we have Carrion Pax. Okay, so here they attacked us. Let's just have a look at that. So they we had them surrounded here. We had them in an encirclement, and they actually attacked us with a fairly heavy attack. And they lost more troops than us, but they pushed us back. And they managed to escape the encirclement. Now, we were attacked again here by a really large formation. Yeah, look, there was nearly 9,000 troops, including tanks, and, you know, we lost a bunch of bikers. Those bikers, I need to stop using them in, you know, in dangerous situations because they're squishy. They're exceptionally useful, but they're squishy. Now we were attacked here and we lost nothing. That was a futile attack by Carrion there. Defenders stood firm again. We didn't lose anything. These falling guns, these laser quad machine guns are really good. I'm willing to bet that those were what was doing a lot of the damage there. Okay, so there was another attack here. We lost 200 units and they lost 700, so again another good exchange. This is around Carrion. They pushed us back here though. We lost 400 men. And now this is, look, we've been invaded, and this is another, I forget the name, this is Tarafel, and they pushed us back and they've actually attacked us. Now this is going to be the 1st machine gun regiment, and I think it's the 8th. I know that they're an orange one, so we need to deal with that. And also these aliens, like, I remember why I killed them, all the other alien nations now, because they're just really annoying. Even though I tried to make some sort of peace with them, they're just moving in as they always do. So I think I'm just going to attack them. And here around Carrion, look, we've got more of these aliens coming up, and yeah, these are a bit of a pain. These guys, they're a bit of a pain. So I think I'm just going to attack them and try to destroy them as quickly as possible. I've got Carrion Pax on the run now, so I think I'm going to do my best just to kill these aliens off, because they're just, look, they've cut my supplies, and you know this is annoying, really annoying. Better news is that we're finally getting some supplies to these troops on this line. Look, after I finally figured out what the problem here was, so. We've just got a truck station built in Derby, and I've got rail network going down there this way now. So the next thing we want is going to be a railhead. So I'm going to build that immediately so that we can get some, you know, get more supply down this way. Got a bottleneck here, look. But this is another thing. I spent ages fiddling with this, trying to get this right, but I just can't do it. I just don't understand why it's bottlenecking here and then sending loads down here, and then, like, yeah, it's just this railhead. This railhead also needs it needs a truck station on, but it's just, you know, I don't know, pass. Anyway, nationalising this might help a little bit. We've got another transport hub here. I don't think I'll nationalise that one. I don't think we need to have 2 in each. You know, they're just going to be running counter to one another, because you get a penalty when one hits another. Okay, let's have a look at the vidcom anyway. Discovered metal. Lost some more oil. We're losing a couple of those a turn. We're on the last stage of this crisis of violence. I'm glad that epoch was only short. Conquest acquired Omicron. We got Hansen. We got Reunion Mountain. Tarrafel violated our borders and declared war on us, so they're dead. Dragon 4 has been researched, and we've finished research on the nuclear plant. So now we can really start getting some energy. I need to start building some nuclear plants, and I think I'm going to try and get nuclear engines as well for our tanks. Siege Grenadier Infantry Army. We've discovered atomic weapons optimization. As soon as we start getting atomics, this game will be in its final stages. I'm pretty sure that I am the most technologically advanced nation now. I'm fairly sure I am. I mean, I've got a tech level of 8.49. Let's just have a look at the other regimes. Let's quickly go through them. Look, yeah. 8.49. No, Gigare packs are more technologically advanced, but we're bigger. And if you look at the victory overview, look, we're twice as big as them. In fact, we're 3 times as big as we're nearly 4 times as big as Gigare packs. So they'll be tough to fight, but I don't think they're going anywhere near us at the moment. We'll just have a quick look at the letterbox. Foreign affairs news. Tarrafel declared war on us. Where are we? That's about it, I think. We can now construct nuclear plants. So let's start doing that. Let's start getting a nuclear power station in Skull Tower. So I'm just going to initially build this in all the places where... Now, Skull Tower is currently building heavy industry. Actually running a little bit low on workers, look. I might get some more... Let's recolonize here. Let's just get more colonists in. And... So what are we building exactly? I think it's just the heavy industry we're building now. We're getting a fair amount of energy, but I want more. So if we go to construct and go to energy, and then look, we can now get the nuclear plant. It takes... It's going to cost 44 machines altogether for these high-tech high-tech parts, and quite a lot of metal, but it's going to give us one, and it only takes one nuclear, one radioactives per round, but it gives us 500, which is pretty high. So what I can do is I can get rid of this power plant then, the power plant that we've got. We don't want that. It takes too much fuel, and the fuel's quite useful to us at the moment, at least until we've researched something else to power our troops with. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go for. However, I do need to get more machines, and we are making loads in the second SHQ. We've got loads of them, so I'm going to see if I can transfer some over to the first SHQ. Here we go. So let's transfer, like, I don't know, 60 machines over.
Understood.
It's really good because you can kind of specialize. You can actually specialize your zones really well in this game now, and you can kind of like you could have, say, a more sort of high-tech SHQ building all your machines, and then providing you've got decent enough logistics, you can just ferry stuff across. I really like that. I think that's really good. So anyway, we're going to lose 37 machines this turn because we're building so much stuff. But yeah, I think we're going to go for the energy, for the nuclear plant. Okay. So let's have a look at the decisions this turn. Lithium Love wants to erect a statue. These things happen when they've got a really high relationship with you. I'd like to increase heart actually. So yeah, let's go. We're going to say yes. Incident with democratic activists. Okay, so I was just saying that, you know, when you've got a high relation, but Chrissy Neon Void, the governor of Derby, look, it's because she's a Cap 1 hero. She's making problems, so let's just reverse the decision. She's not very happy with me because of that. Demand that bureaucratic assets reach at least 64 levels. That's possible. No, that's no problem at all. Economic Council research objective. There's not a whole lot to go for, look. Let's go to the tech tree. So there's only a few more economic things for the Economic Council. Mass food pool might be interesting. Allows you to construct massive pools that resemble hydroponics assets, but on a much larger scale. This is a food tech thing. Hydroponics robotization might be good to go for. We could go for radiation cleansing, which will break us into fusion, help us break into fusion atomics. And that's about it. Yeah, that's all we've really got. Atmospheric membranes. But we need... That allows outside farming in a hostile climate and atmosphere, however, does not protect against hostile alien life forms. Okay, so let's go for hydroponics robotization, I think. And I'm going to start reducing the funding to the Economic Council because we don't need it quite so much now. Okay, so what was the model we got last time? Do you know what? I'll tell you what I've realised about this game. One of the things... Anytime you get random rolls in a game, yeah, whenever there's kind of randomly generated content that uses random number generation, there's an element of addiction that comes in, and it's that kind of like, it's that Canadian Satan thing that they're talking about in South Park, right? Where you've got the cell phone games and the pay to win stuff. Like, I'm not saying that that's what this is, but there is an element of randomized events in games that is really addictive, and I found that I really like the model design in this because you kind of like, oh, am I going to get a good one? Am I going to get a good one? So what was the model that we just got? I've actually forgotten already. Let's go to the vidcom. Dragon 4. Okay, so let's have a look at the Dragon 4. That was a medium tank, if I remember right. So yeah, like every time you get, like, you kind of create a new one of these, you're kind of like, oh, is it good? How's it? How good is it? Did I get a good roll? Like this one's this one's okay. It's not bad. It's looking good. So we've got a medium laser gun on it, 150mm polymer plating. So the plate, it's not the highest plated thing we've ever had, but look, the hard attack is 1322. Now if we go and look at our heavy tank, it's got a higher hard attack than the heavy tank even. The difference is that the metal head has... Oh, it's got the same. So really, these medium tanks now... Let's just have a look at the production cost. 623. Cost 623. What is that in though? Industrial points. Metal is 82. What does cost mean then? It's interesting. You know what? It's funny. I've never looked at this before. Let's just have a look at the design log. Production costs in IP. Combat costs in ammo. Production costs in pop. Metal. Where are we? There was a cost that was 600, and I want to know what that is. Can't see it. It must be an amalgamated figure. I need to ask the community about that one. I'm not sure what that actually means. So yeah, does anybody know what this cost here is referring to? Because we've got the industrial points, the metals, all this stuff. Is that money? Is it costing money? I don't think so. It's not credits. So I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted, but yeah. So we've now got a decent medium tank. And we don't need to be building the heavy tanks now. In fact, I'm just going to go back to those. Just look at the operation cost. 290 in movement, oil movement, and this thing is just 71. So these things are going to be way more efficient, these medium tanks, and they hit harder. They've now 40. Let's round this off. 15 and 31. 15. This is hit points I'm talking about. 15 and 31. Yeah, it's 15. It's got more hit points even than the heavy tank. So this heavy tank is now redundant actually. So really, I mean, we could upgrade the heavy tank as well, and that might be the next job. We could actually upgrade the heavy tanks. But look, we've got decent armor now, and that's exciting. Getting medium tanks that are actually worth building again is pretty cool. We've also got heavy walkers, and that might be fun to use. But we've also got aircraft, decent aircraft. Like, look, let's have a look at let's make a light aircraft just as just as an example of what we can do. So we go to let's build upon the Wasp. This was like a propeller thing that I used before. Not propeller, it was, where are we? Yeah, heavy propeller engine. So if we actually switch this up now, we can actually go for, we've got jet engines and then we've got turbojets. Now the difference between the two is one of them, like let's look at the light jet engine, right, in comparison to the light turbojet engine. It's got twice the engine power, and the power efficient is much more efficient as well. It's the same weight, but we are using we're using rare metals instead of metal, and that's basically it. So you've got the option, really. Like I'm glad that it doesn't just replace it. You do have an option depending on what you want to be spending. Now if we were to put, let's go for a medium turbojet engine on this thing. So let's say we want to make it really fast, we'll go for you can go for small wings, we'd probably do it, or very small even. Basically the larger the wings, the slower you need to be going in order to take off, because you get more lift. But smaller wings, obviously they're also going to, you're going to be able to bear more weight, but they are heavier themselves, and I'm not sure if it affects maneuverability. But let's say if we wanted to go to small wings, so it's 15 meter wingspan, fuel tank 300 liters, and since this is a fighter, let's go for medium air missiles. No air to ground missiles and no cargo. That's a viable design. It's moving at 538 kilometers an hour, and it's got 25 hex range, which is a long way. So this is what Trifler, I think it was Trifler, was telling me. He was like, I probably wouldn't bother getting too much in the way of aircraft until you've got the very best technology. Now, also, I have made some headway into, let's go to the linear tech tree. So let's have a look at the aircraft optimization. So I've actually got jet engine efficiency here. I've gone really, really high up into aerodynamic design. I've got aircraft design. So that's one of the reasons why I'm getting such good performance out of my aircraft now. I've spent, like getting the aircraft research council. I actually heavily funded them, and I kind of forgot about them, and they went really heavily into aerodynamics. But I basically got really good aircraft now, and I think it would be good to use them. Like I've got all this tech, I might as well use it, eh? So there are other things that we could get though, and I mean there's just so many options. It's just a shame that it's really we can only get one a turn at the very quickest. We could get medium helicopters, because at the moment we're only using light helicopters, and medium helicopters mean that we don't have to worry too much about the about air bases. But like I think small aircraft, if I remember right, they're only going to be needing an airbase 2, I think. So I'm just going to double check this. Let's go and look at that fighter that we've already got. This was a light aircraft, yeah, that's right. So we needed an airbase level 2 for this. So airbase level 2 is reasonable. We can get that in most of our zones, I'd say. There's only a few zones really where we're struggling to get level 2. I think, for example, let's go and have a look at artificial biped. I think I really should change the name of this place, but this is a village. Now we can't upgrade this one. Yeah, so for example, we're going to be using small, but very light. So really, they're going to be kind of like drones. But let's have a look at these. Like, what could we get? So let's say we go to ultralight aircraft. You know what? Right now that I've started to understand this a little bit better, and people have helped me with it, I really am starting to enjoy it more. I'm going to be a little bit hard on this design screen. I think it would be better if it was all in one page, but it's not. It's become bearable, and the reason because it's become bearable is I've got used to it and I understand it. I do think it could do with a little bit of tweaking, but if he never does it, I'm not going to cry about it. Okay, so let's go to TAC bomber. So this one flies at low altitudes, and let's get a turbojet engine on it. So we'll go for a light turbojet engine, and we'll go with tiny wings. Be interested to see what we can actually get on this thing. Yeah, not a lot. We're not going to be able to get a lot. We don't want air-to-air weapons, and then we'll go for the biggest bomb hatch that we can get. Now I don't know if this will even take off. Okay, so it can, but it will only go 11 hexes. But it's very, very fast, because this engine type is really, really good. So it's probably not going to be, it's probably not going to be that good. This is a grasshopper as well, and originally it was a recon, so we'd probably want to, to create a new one. I mean, look, if we go with the grasshopper that we had before, where are we? I think it'd be good to. Oh no, this is Wasp. That was the light aircraft. So it was the recon air. Here we are, grasshopper. Yeah, this wasn't the best design anyway. So I mean, we'd probably want to make another one, but we could actually make like these little mini bombers. And I've no idea whether they'll be any good. Probably not. They'll probably be absolutely useless. You might find that having a really small attack bomber, we probably wouldn't even need, them to be that fast, because that is really, really fast. That's a massive overkill, that engine power, I think, like having a light engine on it. So we could probably go with something like, sorry, the light turbojet. We could probably go with like a light jet and just save ourselves some, some metals. Go with the small wings, so we can actually get bigger bombs on there. We go for the 800 litres, no air-to-air weapons, and then precision bombs, 50 kilos. Oh no, hang on. Ooh, so we've got bomb hatch and 500 kilo load, or 50 kilos times 10. Oh, these are precision bombs, that's right. So these are for hard targets, and these are for soft targets. So this is pretty small. Yeah, it's got 14 hex, but it's not flying very fast. Oops. Let's try again. I'm just interested to see, kind of. I like the idea of having this sort of really fast zippy drone. Okay, so light turbojet engine. Before we had small wings, didn't we? I think it was small wings. So we go for the biggest wings we can get. 800 litre. Oops, I forgot to put a weapon on it. Look, you can get these things flying 33 hexes. So, like, we could have some recon aircraft, and we could have them, we could have recon aircraft basically stationed back at Skull Tower. I mean, look, I wish there was a way of measuring hexes in this game. I don't know if there is, but I suppose you could just do the maths. But so, what would be 30 hexes from here? Well, you could probably go from Skull Tower down here, I'd say. That looks about right. What's Skull Tower? 111. So what's this? Yeah, it's about 30 hexes. So you could actually be flying recon missions from your home. Even better, bomber missions. And actually it looks like the aircraft, you can have some incredibly powerful builds with your aircraft. I mean, I don't want to waste too much time doing this, because I don't want to take the piss out of my audience, but like, let's, for example, we could have a look at the extra heavy aircraft. We'll go for a level bomber, and let's just we'll just bang on the heaviest engines we can get, and the largest wings, so these 120 meter wingspan, and let's go for a really big heavy fuel tank, and then just put nothing on it and just see how far that thing is going to fly, if it will take off. No, it's not going to take off. It would be 33 hexes though. So this is like a super strategic bomber. Let's try this again. I'm kind of interested to see what we can get with this. So 4 times super heavy turbojet engine. It's going to have to be pretty heavy. Now, yeah, that's 631,000 total max weight. So if we go for the mega large again, this will decrease. Remember, this will decrease the takeoff speed that it will need. Now, these fuel tanks are going to be too much. So let's drop it down. Let's see if we can get 100, and then just see what we can get with that. Okay, so look, that will actually take off, and we can travel 33 hexes with this. It's not that fast. It's pretty slow, but yeah, it's going nearly 14,000 kilometers is basically how far it will fly, which is a long way. I'm just gonna have one more go at this because I'm actually starting to find it quite fun. It's funny, isn't it? Because I was bitching and complaining about this system, like it's not very good, and now I'm kind of starting to find it kind of fun. It can be a bit of a chore when you're wanting to go through it, and that's the reason why I've not really been doing it on stream very much. But like you know, we probably have to keep the biggest engine on it. But if we were to drop, say, the wing size, because these are very, very heavy wings. Keep the same fuel tank on and just see how that goes. I mean, if that will still take off. Yeah, that will still take off. So you could then get bombs on that as well. You just kind of have to fiddle with it a little bit and, you know, and just play with the settings and just see what you can get. Like... So no air-to-air weapons. And then we'll just get some big bombs on it. That's at 40,000 kilo. Yeah, it can't quite take off at that look. It just wouldn't be able to quite take off. But I think if we reduced, I mean, we don't need 33 range on it. So what you could probably do, keep the super large wings, drop down the fuel tank capacity, and just keep everything else the same. So these we got a 40,000 kilo payload. That will work. 25 hexes. It's pretty slow, but you know it's got a range of 25 hexes, and it hits like a. That hits like Shiva destroying a planet, basically. That's gonna be really, really effective. Imagine a load of those flying over a division of troops, and it doesn't matter what those troops are wearing. You know, they could be wearing battle dress, whatever. But if they're being hit with like Moabs, you know, it's really cool. And I really, now that I've kind of hyped myself up for it, I'm starting to think, yeah, I'd really like to get some aircraft on the go now. I mean, even just medium aircraft or something, you know, something that I could actually get from one of the air bases. For example, like the largest aircraft, they're going to need a very, very large airfield, and that's not something we can build at Skull Tower. Skull Tower is a level 4 city. I don't think we can go any higher than that. No, we haven't got enough populace. So what we'd have to do is, I mean, there's a way of doing it. We could get a load of colonists from other places and wait a few turns and then dump them in, or we could dump in a whole bunch of our recruits back into Skull Tower. Like, so how many do we need? Yeah, we need about 43,000. We need 43,000 troops. So we could do that. We could upgrade Skull Tower, and then, you know, like make that like a big air base. That'd be one way to do it. Here's some other cool stuff, by the way. Like now we've got machine gun lasers, like laser assault rifles that we can put on buggies, and the buggies can have polymer armor. Like I know it's silly, but I've just got dead excited about the possibilities that you can kind of come out with in this game. Okay. Since I don't think I can use anything more than medium aircraft really at the moment, so let's go for 2-engine medium aircraft, I think. And maybe I'll just use... maybe I'll just get a tactical bomber. My opponents don't seem to be using air stuff. So let's go with this. We'll go with the turbojet engines. And this is a medium aircraft, right? So what do we want? These are going to be expensive. So let's just build it up and see what we can get. So this is a medium aircraft. Let's go with the medium wings. That's quite high. Go with 5,000. And then I don't know, what could we go with? Let's try that. 500 kilos. Okay, so that's 7 hexes. But it's fast. Look at this. It's a really, really fast aircraft, right? So what we could do is we could easily drop down the power of that engine. We wouldn't need to have anything that heavy. So we could probably just go with the medium turbojet engine. It's stick with the medium span. Now this is going to drop the engine power, so and then we could probably put the fuel tank up, keep everything else the same, just see what that does. So that's 20 hexes. It's flying, you know, it's not fast, but it's not that slow. It's not going to be a great dogfight, but that's not what we're going to be using it for. Now 20 hexes is quite a long way, and you know, we could probably, look, the minimum takeoff speed is 186 kilometers and our maximum ground speed is 268. We could probably put a bigger bombs on that, and you know, it wouldn't be a big problem. 2 times medium turbojet engines, so this is going to be like 4 machines for each one, so it's a lot of machines. We're going to have a real heavy industry to be able to pump these out. I mean, we could even drop the wingspan necessarily, but let's keep it at that. 20 hexes is enough, I think. And you could increase the amount of. You could actually put, like, I don't know. You could put a gun on it. The only thing is you're increasing the industrial points in the metal that it's creating. I don't think it needs them. Ideally, you'd want them. You'd want fighter cover anyway with this. But let's see if we can get 20,000 kilo. That might be a bit much. Yeah, we can't. That won't take off now. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to increase the size of the engine, and that's probably overkill, to be honest. So let's drop those. Let's drop those back down. See if we can get away with 10,000 kilos. There we go. 14. That's 14 hexes, and you know, just remind myself of the power on it. Yeah, this is the only problem with it. You've got to keep going back through it, unfortunately. Okay. So this is like 1500 firepower, which is pretty significant, I'd say. Pretty significant. Yeah, what was that? That was 14 hexes, I think. So if you got an airbase with 14 hexes away, and I'm going to make this. So we've got a bomber, and I'm going to actually. I think that medium aircraft will take a level 3. So we just need a level 3 airbase. Now, probably one of these. Do we have a level? No, I bet we don't actually. Oh yeah, we do. Look, we got a minor city here. So we could build like any one of these really. Derby's a small town, unfortunately. But here, look, Westgard. And then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've got this range like this. If we were to build, and that's if we build it in the actual city. We could drop one here in Westgard. You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes out. That might be a good place for an airbase, actually. Yeah, like Westgard's actually looking like it's okay. Now, Derby's a bit small, but yeah, let's say we could build one in Westgard, and then we can actually use this to strike all of this. So I might actually do that. I've kind of talked myself into this idea now. We've already got one airbase here in the city, but let's build another one. They don't take that long to build, I don't think. So, you know, within 5 or 6 turns, I could probably have an airbase 3 up, and then that model will come out, and then I can start building aircraft. And then, I mean, now that we've got, you'll see that our combat odds, by the way, are going to go right up now that we've got fuel. Now that the men aren't pushing the tanks, basically, they had to get out and push them towards the enemy. But yeah, now we're actually. It's another one of these Ben's blunders, I'm afraid, that this whole front just did not get any supply. I think we could have. I'm not saying we would have rolled over them, but we would have rolled over them with everything that we've got. Like, these guys, they're living on borrowed time now. Look, any one of these heavy tank battalions is just going to absolutely squash. I mean, you know, especially when you put them together. Look at this, 80-1, and I trust these odds now. I think these odds are more reasonable. Okay, right. So let's go to the decisions. I've really rambled on this one, guys. Sorry, but I know that some of you quite enjoy listening to my rubbish. So, okay, protesting TF Butt. I'm probably going to have to do autocracy on this one. TF Butt is down here. Oh, I've got nothing there though. I'm really running low on money, and I've got no way of making any money. So you might start seeing me really run out of cash. Minor worker strike in Hansen. Let's just give it some of the demands here. I can afford to spend a few credits. Artificial biped. I don't know if we got troops there. Yeah, we have got. I'm just going to crush this one. Yes, succeeded. Major worker strike in Reunion Mountain. Reunion Mountain we've just taken with a military force. So yeah, we've got 42,000 people. Let's get this where do we want this artillery actually? I could move some more troops in. The issue is that I'm a little bit reluctant to put too many in. Let's try. Okay, we succeeded. There we go. Roaming thieves in Percy. We've got plenty of political points. That's looking good. Yeah, critical success. Waste disposal accident in Gigwa. Easy. We can probably do this without critical success. Okay, so we've got governors we've got 3 governors to put in, and we've actually got no candidates. What we want is civilians, so let's recruit a couple of civilians.
Roger
that. We've got a diplomat there, but he's only a Cap 1. Okay. I'm sure I had more of these cards. I reckon the scrap mode must have been scrapping them automatically. So, okay. He's not bad. He's got a decent administration, oratory, and diplomacy. Okay, so let's get this guy in Reunion Mountain. Oh wow, he's Cap 4. Look. Yeah, let's get him in Reunion Mountain.
Copy that.
Okay, so we've got one place where we've not got a governor. We can recruit a senior here. He's expensive though. And he might not be very good. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Yeah, I mean, I was going to go for the altruistic, but like, oh, look at this. Yeah, he's well experienced. He's old though, so he's not going to live for very long. But yes, hopefully, by the time he's old, we'll be about wrapping this game up, and my bombers with 120-meter wingspans will be blotting out the sun and dropping nuclear bombs on everything. Do we upgrade Omicron to a big town?
Copy that.
Okay. That sounds good. Omicron's this one down here, I guess. Hold on. What's Omicron? I am confused. So, go to zones. Omicron. Oh, it's right down here. So yeah, this is another potential candidate for an airbase. So as you can see, you don't need the biggest aircraft. You know, like the medium-sized ones can be decent enough. Let's get these guys down here. Ah, look, these aliens are an absolute bloody nuisance. Yeah, I knew there'd be more of those in there. Yeah, these guys are a nuisance. You have to. They basically just expand up to your border always. That's what they always seem to do. Let's get these guys up. We're going to try and cut off. So hopefully these guys don't cut my supply line. These aliens. I think we should be good like that. Look at this. This is all that's left of Robosphere Republic. Bukharo. I don't think we're going to get that before these battle dress combatants. Before they do. However, we have got... Yeah, not too bad. We've got plenty of troops. Let's send them down anyway and see what we can do. Okay, we have been invaded, and look at this. We've got these yeah, these idiots have come in to attack us as well. So I might, I don't know what I can do about that. By the way, I know I was disbanding these groups, but I've actually undisbanded them because we're going to need them. Let's get these tanks down here. This armoured brigade down this way. So I think that this is Tarrafel. Tarrafel of invading, and I don't think we've got much to hold Aurora with. And actually, Aurora is a seriously important town. So I'm actually going to move these guys back. I need to hold Omicron as well, though. I don't know if we can make friends with these guys somehow. Don't know how that's going to be possible. But yeah, it looks like we might lose some territory here. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it. We'll probably get some of these troops down. Yeah, we've really been caught blindsided by these guys. This is why I keep these, you know, these units here. I'm just going to keep these on hold. I don't think, like, they're going to try and go round us probably, but I don't reckon that they're going to have much hope taking me on, in all honesty. Yeah, we are a little bit. They are a bit worse for wear, as you can see. But I don't think they're going to get through here. Let's get those on. Get this. Get some buggies. Oh, they have got tanks, look. That changes things a bit. What's this? First Independent Mechanized Infantry. Oh, they're in an indie unit. Get those guys down there. Another Mechanized Infantry unit. Yeah, this is going to be a bit hairy, I think, down here. So I think what I'm going to do is Tarador. Oh, Tarador have really dropped down as well. Look, they're still friends, but they're looking like they're. I mean, I might just try and get. Oh, these are shabby units. They've never been replenished. Let's get the green lot down. It's going to take them ages to get down here. Oh, we do have some blockers. That's one saving grace. I'm glad I saved those. Some of these units too. Let's transfer these into. Transfer the 5th into the 3rd. There we are. Okay. And just hope to God we can get something down here in time to kind of save. I don't know what's going to happen with Aurora. We have got these GR lasers are really strong. These GR grade machine gunners are pretty strong. Don't know if there's going to be enough to kind of to save us. Let's try and get these guys down as well. Just something, anything. Just try and get some of these units a little bit closer. Get them there. Next turn, try and get those down. I'm hoping that we won't lose this. Okay. What are these saying? Gigari packs. Yeah, they're still okay. Do I move these tanks down? Can't get them down that far. We can't get them down to where we really need them. But this is why I built them. These heavy tanks. I wonder if we can actually upgrade them. Oh no, that's just the core. Mass replace. What can we replace them with? No, we've got nothing to replace them with. Okay. I don't know if they'll be able to get down in time. Mind you, it's probably better that I try. So. Okay. Then from here we can strategic move them. They probably don't want to go any further than that, I would say. Probably not going to be able to move that many of them either. Come on. It's like 200, nearly 300 a time. And the HQ. Looks like we can get the HQ most of the way. There we are. All right. We've got these machine gun battalions, which were heavy machine gun battalions, just marching their way across the planet on foot. Yeah, really need to sort my logistics out, as you can see. It's really not good being foot marching your troops from one end of the planet to the other, especially on a planet as big as this one. Okay, now walkers, here we come. Is that going to work? Can't hurt. Let's go. Okay, we lost a few blockers. Yeah, there we go, look. Okay, we pushed them back. And the blockers are going to be a lot better. They're probably going to try and push me back again. Let's get these. Here we go, probably down there just to guard our lines. Let's use these helicopters over here and just see what we've got down this end.
Birds are in the sky.
It's a light infantry brigade. Okay. Okay, so walkers. I think these walkers are going to take Karanon for us. And once we've taken Karanon, I think Karanon packs itself are probably they're going to be about done. Yeah, we're just gradually pushing these guys back with these machine gun units. We were ambushed. That's okay, I'm not bothered about those guys. Right, so down here we're not getting very much in the way of supply, and this is a bit of a dangerous situation now, actually, because we are. I mean, they haven't got a lot, but we're now in danger of being cut off by these aliens. So I need to think about how to go about this. I might move them back. It's just the supply, look, and again, this might just be my supply, you know, my useless supply skills, but try and get them. Let's try and get these troops back. I don't want to get cut off. I want these aliens have really annoyed me. So I mean, I can try and I can actually cut the aliens off myself. Let's just invade them. I hate them. See if we can kill them quick. They're not going to stand up against my tanks.
Mission accomplished.
I'm going to punish them for ruining my offensive. Okay, so yeah, we've had to pull back here, which is a shame because we were threatening an encirclement here, but we just haven't got the supply to complete it. Although these guys are also cut off. See if we can do this.
Attack formation.
Yeah, we've got negative 29% because of our supply issues, but okay, let's get those guys here. Get these bikes. Probably get the bikes in there as well, just so we've got something in that city. I think I need to move these guys back into supply. So see if we can kill these quick. Ooh, not good. I think we've won though. I like these walkers, you know. They don't just look cool. They're really effective. Very, very effective. So let's let up on these guys. Let's let up on them just a touch. I want to keep my troops in supply as much as possible, which does mean letting up on the enemy, I'm afraid. See if we can kill these with these. Come on, you can do it. No, we didn't have the fuel. Yeah, these are drastic times down here. Things look a little bit better up at Reunion Mountain. We have actually got some troops with some decent supply. So, let's get some artillery bombardment. This is going to absolutely wreck these guys.
Roger that.
Okay, they surrendered. Not quite sure what that means when you're bombarding.
Going in.
I think they're just retreating automatically. Look, yeah.
Successful.
There we go. Okay, so we're pushing these guys back. I'm just going to leave them there. Bikes. Bikes want to get back into supply, really. This isn't going to be good. Just quickly push these back. They pushed us back once already, but I'm going to see if I can just cut this supply line again. It's been clear to me that that the supply line raiding that I've been doing has been really effective against them. You can tell because they're just without supply. Look, they are really suffering, and it's so great. I like it when my enemies suffer. Okay. Readiness 29. What's the chance of us breaking in here with a... These guys should be on... Yeah, these are on attack. Get some blockers. The tank destroyers are no good. Let's soften them up first with these rockets. Is that what I want to do? I mean, it'd be great if we could get an encirclement. I mean, now these guys have actually got some supply, they are a little bit more dangerous.
Copy that.
Let's invade these. This is a pain. I'll try and get rid of them as quickly as possible. These nomads. Yeah, they're no good compared to my seasoned troops. These guys aren't that seasoned because they've spent most of their time starving, but they're expert at they're expert at being starving Marvin. There we go. Oh right, look at this. Yeah, these guys are on attack as well. Awesome. Okay, Carron packs are starting to fold. Now what I could do is I could actually get an artillery bombardment on one of these squares here, and then get an encirclement. Maybe here, look. Oh, look at that! Boom. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Right, so these guys are on infiltration, so. And we've also got blockers backing them up. Excellent job. So let's see if we can get in here. Yeah, they're just low on supply. They're melting. They're absolutely melting in the face of this this assault. So let's get these guys in. Those in two. Perhaps we'll move those blockers. Yeah, we're really just mopping up. We're just mopping up now. What have we got? we got to attack with. Not a lot, to be honest. I actually think if I go in with a bunch of basic units, we might be able to do this. Now they are on defense. Let's try attacking with these. We've at least got some siege infantry here as well. Yeah, look. Artillery's doing the job. Excellent. Excellent. What I like to see. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. Okay, tank destroyers. We should be able to take out these weakened tanks by now.
Mission accomplished.
Great job. Great job. Tank destroyers aren't going to be good against these, so I don't like those odds. Those are better. Let's attack them with what we've got here. Yeah, they're thoroughly weakened. Again, these have got even less supply. Look.
Requesting backup.
Okay, they didn't manage it though. They didn't manage it there. They do have that people's hero. That might have been part of the reason why we didn't manage it. Maybe a second wave. Yeah, there we go. Look.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, we're definitely pushing them back. Look, all it took was a little bit of supply. Isn't that funny? I'm sure none of you are surprised in the slightest. No, I don't want to. That's too much for me, I think. Okay, get these siege infantry up. I'm not being. You can tell I'm not being overly careful about my placement now. I think kind of got to that point where I can't really lose this. At least on this front, I think that it would take divine intervention now for Carrion Packs to win on this front. That's not to say they can't do it, because I'm sure they could. It'd be nice to have an airbase here as well. But let's get the railhead up first, and then yeah, we've got this airbase coming. I mean, I don't know if this airbase is going to be close enough now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, yeah, I might actually have to push the airbase a bit closer. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that and build it. Maybe, I don't know. Where would he go though? Problem is, it needs to be within Westguard's border. This is all in Westguard's border, technically. Obviously, the further away from it is, the more administrative strain we get. Maybe I'll put it somewhere like this. Maybe like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, look, I can always make another model of aircraft that's got a longer range if I want to. So let's put it here.
Yes,
Yeah, base there. And yeah, we've got a truck station coming from Derby, so that should be okay. Let's paint these borders out a little bit. I actually want Derby to have at least some border. I am going to keep that airbase though, well within. It doesn't want to be part of Derby because Derby's too small. There we go. So I'm just going to keep that part of this zone. Yep, that's something like that. Okay, right. Wow, it's been an hour long. So part of the reason is it's taken so long in this episode is because I was rabbiting and just kind of, you know, kind of theory crafting about the various aircraft stuff that I could get. But yeah, we've got some more industry gone up now. We've got a whole load of stuff going up to flesh out our industrial output. So it's a railhead airbase. There's an airbase there as well. What could we get here? Maybe any. I think we're okay for logistics on this side. What we need really is more logistics down here. A truck station in the city. I mean, maybe get another truck station down here. Whatever we do, we basically need to increase the logistics down this way, without doubt. Because look, we're just not getting anything down here. 2, 3. It's still part of Warm Stream, isn't it? This should be part of Ouroboros, I reckon. I'd say. Okay, maybe a truck station here. This is part of Salzburg, right? Got an oil drill here, at Hayden. So maybe if I actually get... Ah, hold on. The high-speed rail station was going there. Maybe if we get another truck station here, look. Because... Let's have a look at what we've got. Now we have got quite a lot of truck points still coming in at this point. So you've got to be a bit careful, because obviously when you hit one truck source from another, you take a penalty, a percentage penalty to the incoming trucks. So 2, 5, maybe down here somewhere, maybe halfway between artificial biped. Let's get another truck station up. If in doubt, build more trucks. That's the rule that I go with anyway. They're going to be building one soon. Yeah, things are going to start looking up. I've just got to be careful of this front line. We don't want to starve all our troops. There's a few things going on here too. They could cut me off there, look. We're on defense. Let's switch those. Let's put those onto infiltration.
Aye, aye, sir.
Infiltration is good. It's kind of it's still quite a serious attack bonus.
Move it now.
Oh wow, they got tanks, but it's not helped them. Oh, look at that. Defeated. We didn't take a loss. Amazing. Right, so yeah, that's not going to be quite so good. Now we don't want to be attacked when we're on infiltration, actually, because we'll take a decent penalty. But we're in danger of threatening St. Martin. Now, do we have anything? Yeah, let's get these tanks down here, just to show some front-facing protection. Maybe we move these anti-tank guns up too. Honestly, I think with all those tank destroyers, we're not going to need them. Might be better off down this way. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, I think that right, we've literally torn Caranon Pax in half. Look, we've if those aliens, I mean, look, this is the link. This road here is the link between the two territories, and they might well take this back. In fact, I'm tempted. I just don't want to starve my troops. I'm tempted to do this though. Look, I know that this is going to be hurting my troops, but just at least until I can, I can be sure. But I really wanted, my main goal of this whole operation was to separate these two sides of Caranon Pax out, if you remember. So we've got this side here and this side here. And look, I mean, look, most of their zones are here now. They haven't got anything down in this area. This is just areas with no zones as far as I can see. It might be that we just don't have much in the way of recon on it. But look, this just looks like some big Australia style outback, and I just don't think there's much in there. But you know, I don't know. We have got a few. We've still got a few recon points, so I could probably try and get some spies. Let's get a spy team in. So
Yes, sir.
failure. Come on, try again.
Yes, sir.
Failure. Oh dear. Let's just get one spy in. One spy is enough. I hate dealing with the stratagem screen. Failure. Look, it's 1d100 plus 100. You rolled a 13. That was a really poor roll. Come on. Success. Thank you. Okay. Now I've just spunked a load of political points up the wall. But at least hopefully I might get some idea of what is in here. Because I'm pretty sure they don't have that many zones now. Carrying on packs overview. Yeah, we can't really see what they've got. Trade details. Economy details. Got a lot of population. Yeah, I don't know if it tells you anywhere how many zones they've got. Anyway, okay guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't really want to build too much more. There are some logistical issues that I need to fix, mostly on this side. And we're still getting, oh man, the bottleneck seems to be a little bit better now. But yeah, the second SHQ, losing food actually. Food's going backwards. We should also get bureaucratic officers too here. While I'm at it, I might actually build hydroponic food factory too. So let's get some more food out.
Roger that.
There we are. Okay. Just starting to, you know, flesh out the rest of this stuff. I might get a railway station too here. Should really start thinking about upgrading to the high-tech rail stations. Okay, guys. Yeah, the biggest problem that we've got here now is this invasion here. And they were making a beeline for this huge zone at Aurora. Fortunately, I've not developed it very well, but I don't want to lose it because it's, you know, it's money. In fact, these I don't think they've been incorporated. I think I should probably do that. Let's just do that quick. Oh, they are. They are a regular zone now. That's good. Let's just drop their public budget. Okay, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. Take it easy.